Hello and welcome to Life App with another awesome video. So this is Life App. We give information on traveling abroad, Canada, USA, and other destinations to study or to work. Or if you want to visit, what we do is we give information. But there's this disclaimer that we're showing to you that the information we provide is general information purposes, and then everything that we give is just what we seen or we've read or we know of experience. So we're not immigration consultants, we are not immigration lawyers, we just give information. So today on Canada, yesterday actually it stated that the rules that was um, the changes that was made to temporary foreign workers program, it took effect. Three of them yesterday. So that's the information that I'm sharing with you, and then you know what to do so that you wouldn't waste your time and waste your resources on certain things because you may not go through because of the rules. And then most agents will not tell you the rules, they will not tell you the truth because they want their money. So they will do everything for you. But at the end, if you are denied something, yes, it's on you, it's not on them, because they will tell you they are doing it for you. But everything is on the immigration office to give the final approval. So when you are working on any of this, be careful. One thing you need to know about Canada is that it's not easy. Like you cannot just apply for work permits. It doesn't work that way. You have to get an LMIA or LMIA exempt. Yes. So either your company or your employer qualify to be exempted from LMIA, then you can get a work permit. If not, you need to get LMIA. And then about 90% employers need the LMIA. It is few that do not need the LMIA, and in few circumstances. So as of yesterday, September 26, 2024, these rules have been applied to LMIA. That's why I captioned my video there. Do not apply to certain places because the rule is limited to certain places. So the first one is suspension of LMIA in high unemployment area. So the government will no longer process LMIAs under the low wage stream in census metropolitan areas with unemployment rate 6% or higher. So any place, especially the big towns, think of any big town in Canada or big city in Canada here that have unemployment rate 6% or higher, there wouldn't be any LMIA issued to low wages employers. So if you are applying to any job that will require LMIA in any of these big cities that have unemployment rate 6% or higher, know that automatically this rule will disqualify your application. So be vigilant and then know where you have to apply to. But they give exception to some sectors. So some sectors like primary agriculture, food processing, fish processing, construction, and healthcare, there's an exception for this one. So there's an exception, but that means that still, obviously, you need to look into like Canadian first before there's an exception, but it will still be difficult. So if you know you are applying for low wages, please don't go to any of this area because your LMIA will be refused. And then if that refused, you won't be able to get any permit. The other rule was that 10% cap of foreign workers. Initially, it was 20% cap, but as of yesterday, 26th September, it's going to 10% cap. What this means is that if your employer have 100 employees, they can only employ 10 foreigners. You can only employ 10 foreigners. You cannot employ more than 10 foreigners. So that is another rule. So that is limiting LMIA issue. So if you are looking for the job, make sure that you are looking for job that do not have enough foreign workers in there. What most people do is they want employment at places where other foreigners are working because they are linking them. But know that if there are too many foreigners, because it was 20%, now it is 10%. So in this case, meaning they have to reduce the numbers. So it was 20, now it is 10, meaning they have more than 10% there. So they have to reduce the numbers to meet the 10% threshold. So I wouldn't be surprised if some foreigners will be laid off work because of this rule, because the employer have to meet the 10% threshold. But since they were there already, I don't know, there's my mind. Since they were there already, maybe the government will be lenient on them, but that means that they cannot employ any other foreigner since they've even exceeded the 10% already. If not laying them off to meet the 10%, meaning they cannot employ any other again. And then the third one was reduced employment duration. So previously, if you get the temporary permit, the work permit for temporary foreign worker, it was 2 years renewable. So 2 years, after 2 years, then you can renew it. But now it is only 1 year. So any LMIA job that you get, your work permit is going to be 1 year. And I think it will still be renewable, going to be 1 year, though it wasn't stated, but it will still be renewable. So these are the three rules or changes that was made to the LMIA. That was made to so that's your guide. So if you're applying to any job, especially those working with agencies, they may not tell you this. So you pay your money that you will not get your LMIA and then it will be refused. And you pay your money already. If they tell your LMIA is refused, you can't do anything to them. So this is the information I have for you. Other information that was sent earlier on was that the government is now going to be strict on LMIA issuing, strict on employers, and then be monitoring everything that will be happening. So don't be surprised if from now we are going to see what we hear of in Europe. Yeah, but I don't think so, because in the United States and then in Canada, they don't usually do that. What people call control, they don't usually do that unless there is something serious happening. But how things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, but that's not something I think it's going to happen. So if you're now planning to come to Canada, there's something to guide you. If you're in the country already, this is something to help you know where to apply for your job. So thank you, and I hope this video helps. This information is going to help you. Life Up, if you have not followed us, please do well to follow us and then be part of our panel. There are so many videos that gives a lot of information that will be helpful to you. So thank you. See you next time. Check our other videos on YouTube and then on Facebook. But I don't have much on Facebook, but if you go to YouTube, there's a lot of them over there. So see you next time. Bye.